loving yourself the way you love others. Hello all you beautiful souls out there in my social media family. How are you doing today? My name's Chris and I'm here to help you find your happiness. In today's video, we're going to be discussing loving yourself the way you love others. Could you imagine what that would feel like to love yourself the way that you love other people? So what brought this about is I know in other videos I've discussed this on a brief, very briefly, and kind of gotten into it a little bit about, making, being the person that you want to, become the person that you want to attract and other things like that. But I wanted to take it a little deeper into the topic and really discuss the amazing, amazing, amazing feeling that I have now been able to experience now that I love myself the way that I love other people. It has brought such an amazing level of happiness into my life. And I'm sorry the camera's moving around. I got it attached to a branch right here, so you'll have to excuse when the wind comes up, it blows around. But anyways, I wanted to just tell you the amazing levels of happiness and inner peace and inner joy that loving myself the way I love others has brought into my life is something that I want everybody on this planet, everybody in the universe, to be able to experience what that feels like. Because I don't know, I guess the best way to really tell you what it's like is to tell you what it's not like. And I know for the longest time that I always was relying on other people and other external situations for my happiness and to feel that love that I was giving out to other people. And it is so, I guess at first it's a very hard concept to try to figure out, because we've never been taught that way, or at least I wasn't. I don't know about any of you out there if you were taught to love yourself as much as you love other people. But for me, growing up, it was always about other people. It was always about helping other people. It was always about helping family and making sure that we're always the bigger person in situations. And during those times when things like that happened, I remember a lot of times having to suck it up and just, still love someone or still do something for someone because they were family, or because, that's just what I was taught. And mostly when we're in a relationship, so if you have a boyfriend or girlfriend or husband or wife, it was like, I remember when I was married, it was even a bigger task, when certain things happened, to just, be the bigger person and continue loving that person, even though I wasn't feeling love in return. And this is towards the end of my relationship, my marriage, right? It wasn't in the beginning of my marriage. It was awesome. And, I can't say enough good things about my ex-wife. She's the mother of my two lovely children. And she also is the mother of my oldest daughter, which is the stepmother. And she does a lot of amazing stuff for all of them. So what I'm trying to say about that whole situation is that all came about was because I wasn't loving myself the way that I needed to. And so you've heard me ask this question in other videos, is how can you expect other people to love you if you don't even love yourself? And unfortunately for me, that is what ended up happening towards the end of my marriage. And I fell out of love with myself. And because of that, unfortunately, so did my wife, my ex-wife, right? And, it is what it is. I mean, it's something that I've learned from, and it's something that, I don't blame her. I don't blame me. It was just a situation that I was not aware of what was causing that at the moment. And now that I am, I've completely turned away from blaming anybody else for my unhappiness or blaming any external situations for my unhappiness. And I've looked at all of those situations as learning experiences that I have been able to grow from and become such a strong person on the inside, and such a understanding and compassionate person, because I've been through these situations. I know what they're like, and I would never wish them on anybody that I know. Even my worst enemies, I wouldn't wish that upon, just because of we're all humans right? And we're all these, you know, spiritual beings having this human experience, and I would not wish those experiences on anybody, regardless of who they are. And that's the level of compassion that I've been able to reach by learning how to love myself to the extent of which I love others. And through that self-love comes a level of compassion and understanding where it's literally like, for me now that I've gotten to this stage, it's literally impossible for me to show hatred or show anger or show, you know, anything other than compassion and understanding for people that are going through situations like that. Because I understand now that these words of anger or hatred are just a projection of how people are feeling inside about themselves. Because that is my, you know, through this understanding of loving myself the way I love others, I've come to that understanding, because now that I love myself the way I love others, it's like like you can see, I'm like stuck for words, right? I'm stuttering because it's so difficult. Even when someone's yelling and cussing at me and saying whatever obscenities, I still feel compassion for that person, because now I realize it's like, wow, like you're really going through it. If you're getting to that level of anger to where you're screaming and yelling out obscenities, I mean, you're going through it. So one of the things that I really want to encourage you, you know, in this video is to look at the way that you love other people. Look at what you say about them. Look at how you think about them. Look at what you do for them, and start doing all of those things for yourself, so you can start feeling the same thing I am, and I guarantee you that you will. All right, everybody, I hope that you liked that video. Don't forget to smash that thumbs up button, and please, please, please share this with somebody who you think might benefit from it, because we never know when the right words from the right person will hit somebody at the right time and help them find their happiness. Until next time, I'm sending y'all much love. Oh, and by the way, don't forget to click the subscribe button. I'm sending y'all much love. Namaste.